In this video, I want to give you my first impressions of the 3F UL Lanshan 2 Pro. Hello everyone, I hope you're doing okay, and today I'm going to be giving you my first impressions of the Lanshan 2 Pro. It has been kindly given to me by Camperlists.com, so they've asked me to test the tent out and give you my first impressions. So I won't be camping in it today. I'll do a perhaps more of an in-depth review further down the line, but today is just about getting it out of the bag, pitching it and having a look. So this is a two-person tent, and first impressions is that it's pretty small. I did previously own the Lanshan 1, which actually wasn't a lot smaller than this. I was expecting this to come up bigger, but it really is quite a compact size. That is also something to do with the fact that it doesn't come with any poles. Then just a reminder that this is a tent that is supported by trekking poles or maybe sticks that you found when you've been out and about. So we'll start off with the weight. This comes in at just over 900 grams, so under a kilo, which is pretty good. I think the Lanshan one was about 800, something like that, but still 900 grams for a budget, lightweight trekking tent is a good start to me. Then of course with the tent, you get your pegs. There's a little repair kit at the bottom there. This doesn't come in the tent bag, but if you buy the tent from Camperlists.com, they do actually provide the footprint to go with it, which I think is actually pretty good, just to kind of get it all together so you don't have to worry about that or look about where you can get the footprint from. So we've got our trekking poles, and these are set as recommended by the manufacturer at 120 centimetres each. Right, so there we have it. Cold, windy day today, so it's been a bit of a challenge. Yes, it's fairly straightforward putting it up. As you can see, does require a little bit of tweaking and a little bit of fiddling around just to kind of get it tightened up. If I'm going to be picky, I would probably prefer there to be some kind of bungee down here where it connects the footprint out to the tent peg. These aren't the greatest of guy lines, but they're okay. But it feels pretty solid. As mentioned, it's two trekking poles. I could probably tighten that up even more actually, but it's quite a sturdy structure once those poles are in place. Zips feel pretty good, well made. We've got these storm flaps that cover the zips, and the other thing to remember is that, and this is the thing I really like about this tent, is there's two doors, so we've got a door on either side. So if you were sharing this tent with somebody else, then you've got that option, that ease of getting in and out, but also for yourself, might make life a little bit easier. There's a little tie back point just at the bottom here. There isn't one at the top. That would be quite handy. That would be handy to have another one there. We've got the nylon mesh here, so I think this would be really good for summer camping. The other thing of course is, because you've got two doors, you have two vestibule areas. So you've got this little area over here, and then of course over on the other side as well. Wow, it's absolutely massive. Yeah. Doctor Who fans, it's a bit like the TARDIS. It's really large. It's really large in here. I'm not massively tall. I'm 5'8", and when I lay down, I have loads of room above my head, loads of room above my feet. So it's really spacious. Yeah, I think that's a big plus for this tent. It packs down so small. budget tent, but it provides you with so much space. So I do understand why these have become quite appealing for through hikers, multi-day adventures and so on. In case you're wondering, there are no pockets on the inside, so you would have to sort of stow your things away, kind of in boots, in your bags, your rucksack or whatever, but there are no pockets. You've got all that ventilation with that nylon mesh just there, and of course around the bottom there, in case you didn't notice. So it is single skin, so you might be worrying about condensation. So I think the thinking behind it is any condensation would run down and then would disappear through that mesh area there, so you don't get too wet. One thing to bear in mind, folks, is that only 1/2 of the inner opens. So although all this is this lovely, well ventilated mesh, only 1/2 opens, so you can't actually open the whole thing. That might not be an issue for some people though. If you are thinking of purchasing this tent, you need to remember that you're going to have to seam seal certain parts of the tent. So before I tested this out today, I did pitch this in another location, and I've used seam seal. I used something called seam grip, which is designed specifically for seal nylon tents, and I've done all that area there, all along this little ridge here, and all the way down that bit there, because that's the bit that joins onto that nylon mesh inner. I pretty much did everything. Better be safe than sorry. Some people only do certain parts of this tent, but it took me about an hour and a half, and I just decided to do all the seams everywhere, especially kind of this bit here. I'm going to be honest, my seam sealing isn't particularly pretty. It's not as neat as what other people have done, but if it keeps the rain out, then that's all I'm worried about. Now, in terms of the pegs that this tent comes with, it comes with those ones there. They're fairly standard. They're pretty lightweight in terms of weight. They're pretty good. They're probably not the best. You probably want to swap them out. I've also been supplementing some of them today with these ones here. I think I got these off Amazon a little while ago, and just a little bit stronger in terms of kind of supporting the guys in windy conditions, so that might be something that you'd want to consider. Okay guys, we're going to wrap things up there. I hope that's been helpful. I would give you my final verdict, but I don't really have one because I've not camped in it just yet. But in terms of first impressions, I don't think it's a bad tent. I think it's a great value tent in terms of budget. So if you are looking for something super lightweight, under 1 kilogram, which of course this is, and you're on a bit of a budget, then I think this could definitely be something worth looking at. It's also very, very spacious. Having owned a Lanshan 1 previously, I would definitely say this is much more spacious, and you know, in terms of the weight, there's hardly any difference. There's a few little things, nitpicky things I probably would change or try and update or correct, but you know what, you can't have everything. Camperlists, who kindly have given me this tent, have provided a link, and I'll put the link in the video description, and that is a special affiliate link. So if you are interested, you want to find out more or even purchase that tent, do click on the affiliate link, because it will give you a little bit of an extra discount. So that's always nice, isn't it? Thank you very much. If you've got this tent already, or if you've got experience of this tent, then you know, I always like to hear what you've got to say about it. So do get in the comments and let me know your thoughts. And until the next time, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.